Okay, and how's my mic sounding? Very good. Right. Hello everyone, and welcome back to more Tokyo Dark. So, from what I remember last time, it was a little over a week ago, we've just unlocked Akihabara, so we're going to go ahead and explore there. And this is pretty much almost caught up to how far I got on the YouTube series, so we should definitely get to some new stuff today that I don't recognise or haven't seen before, which is exciting. Though I'm fairly sure this game isn't going to be super long, so it might only be a couple more streams, I'm not 100%. Anyway, let's begin exploring Akihabara. Cheap cologne and a dumb muscle shirt aren't going to be enough to convince me this guy's tough. He might be tough. On any other day, I'd probably enjoy messing with a mouth breather like this. It's so rude, you can't just go around calling people mouth breathers. I doubt he'd know anything about pop idols or Reina. I should move on for now. Okay. Inside, there's a few salarymen gathered around looking at pictures of high school girls posted up on the wall. I've got no interest in going inside a place like that unless I have to. Yeah, I don't really blame you. It's a bit of a weird one. Anyway, got some touristy looking guys under here. Though the two guys standing outside of the ramen shop look foreign, I can hear them speaking fluent sounding Japanese. They're poring over what looks like a map and some drawings. Hi, I don't mean to be rude, but I couldn't help but notice all the maps and notes you guys are passing back and forth. Seems kind of intense. No thank... Oh, sorry, thought you were going to hand us a flyer. We ducked in here to escape a very persistent maid. You're not a maid in disguise, are you? Nope, I doubt I could summon the pep required to be a maid for 10 minutes, let alone all day. I was just curious about what you two were doing. Uncovering all the hidden secrets of Akiba, of course. What about you? Something kind of similar, actually. But you guys seem a lot more well-versed in the area than I am. How far back do these side streets go anyway? Oh boy, you don't even know the half of it. There's whole mazes of electronic stores, stalls selling computer and radio parts, there's about anything else you can imagine. We decided to map out the area, a bit of urban exploration. I'm sure it's not very original, but it's been a fun side project. Akihabara is a fascinating area, that's for sure. Urban exploration, huh? Sounds interesting. Most of my friends just sleep on their days off. Are you guys English teachers? Who, me? No, I'm a writer. Well, an aspiring writer. I've only got a few gigs. I'm a web developer in my day job. But it's projects like this that give me fuel for the creative fire. Who knows, maybe you'll be reading something and find an anecdote about this conversation in it someday. I'm an artist, graphic designer on the side. Cody here commissioned me to come out here with him and make sketches as we explore the city for the books he's working on. Huh, I never would have guessed people would be doing things like that. What kind of book are you writing? Urban horror. Neon noir in the seemingly clean streets of Tokyo. I doubt you'd believe the things that go on in the city even if I told you. I don't know, I've had some really weird things happen to me so far in this game, so could be believable. I wouldn't. It might surprise you how much I'm willing to believe. So have you been mapping out this street? Anything interesting about it? Interesting might not be the word I'd use. I've been getting kind of a weird vibe around here. I mean, on the surface it looks like any other side street in Akiba. It's got everything you'd expect. A smoky arcade, a maid cafe, a cat cafe, a couple of bookstores. Nothing unusual there. Not for Akiba anyway. So far so good. We were almost ready to move on, but... See that elevator over there? Yeah, sure. What about it? Looks normal, right? Well, looks can be deceiving. Yeah, we've got a little pet theory about it. Get this, we think it eats people. Sounds kind of normal, I guess. You think the elevator eats people? We've been staking out the last few days. As far as we can tell, it doesn't belong to any store in that building. And get this, it only lets certain people in. And when they get in, we never see them come back out. So have they been constantly surveilling it 24 hours a day? Because it might be the case that people just, you know, live in there. Like in the building it attaches to. I don't know. Yeah, go ahead and try it. We have. But if you've tried it, then how did you get back out? So logically it's either eating people or Yakuza vampires. Logical, totally logical way to go. I've thought a lot about it. I'm pretty sure it might be a thing. I mean, there's a ton of shady activity around here. Damn, Sion, that might be the book, The Yakuza Vampires of Akiba. Write this down. What? I'm doing better than writing it down. I'm already making some sketches. I think this is the best idea you've had all week, Cody. Didn't you say you knew some Hollywood agents in LA? Oh yeah, I'm actually pretty sure that Hollywood agents would lap up Yakuza vampires. Yeah, and once we write this, there's no way they can ignore it. Vampires are all the rage. Or they were. We can bring them back. You guys certainly have a hell of an imagination. Take it from me, this city has a lot of strange things that happen in real life too. Trust me, you start asking around and you'll be surprised what people tell you. It doesn't have to be about Yakuza vampires. The elevator is out of service. That explains why it doesn't work for everyone. Every time the automatic doors open, the noise from the pachinko parlour and the smell of stale cigarette smoke assaults your senses. Should we go in there? I mean, this doesn't really look like a pachinko parlour, it looks like just a general arcade, but whatever. Let's see. Are there any, like, clickable cats? I haven't been looking around for cats, I hope I haven't missed any cats. Otherwise I'm gonna have to go back. Anyway, yeah, it seems we can talk to this lovely girl here. Hi, sorry to bother you. I'm Ayami. What's your name? I'm Moeka. Whatever you want, make it quick. I'm kind of waiting for someone, so... No, I've been finding all the cats. You haven't found a single cat. I've found all of them so far. You're supposed to be helping me find a cat. Yeah. Alright, I'll cut to the chase. Can you tell me anything about this photo? Ugh, what decade is that dress from? Wait, glow sticks? Uh-oh, this isn't some idol thing, is it? If you're from some modelling agency or whatever, I'll tell you right now, there's no way I'll wear that kind of gothic Lolita stuff. No, nothing like that. I'm an investigator of sorts. I'm less interested in the fashion and more about the girl herself. How should I know? Idol stuff is so boring. Hey, are you like the investigators on TV? Did that girl cheat with some guy's wife or something? That's so exciting! You know what you should do? You should totally ask the collector about that photo. What kind of collector? No, the collector. It's like a name he gives himself. Guy knows everything there is to know around here. My friend Akane told me about it. If that girl's in Akihabara, I bet he knows about it. Why? Is this guy an expert on idols or something? No, weren't you listening? Like I said, he knows everything. Which shops are employing foreigners illegally, who's behind on their rent. Hell, he even knows which capsule machines have the rarest stuff. At least that's what I heard. No offence, but why would some high school girl need information like that? Well, it's complicated. Akane works around here part-time and there was a customer who used to come in and kind of obsess over her, you know? A real creep. Before long, he was following her home. She complained, but her boss wouldn't believe her, so Akane asked the collector to give her something to make the weirdo go away. And did he? Sure did. He gave her a photo of the guy that she mailed to the creep's wife. Let's just say it was incriminating. What did he get out of it? This collector? Why don't you ask Akane yourself? She's out with someone right now, but she'll be back any minute. Thanks, Moeka. I might just do that. Well, that was a very interesting comment. I could ask about the collector again, but I don't think she has any more relevant information about it. I'm gonna go back and check that we haven't missed any cats quickly. Because that stuff is important to me, you know. Also, this ad of this, like, happy avocado in a hat is pretty gosh darn adorable. And here we have the cat cafe. Oh no, this is the maid cafe. Well, this is where cat is. This is the cat cafe over here. There's a cat there. There was a cat there and a cat here. There's two cats. You didn't see either of them. A cat-themed maid cafe as opposed to a regular cat cafe. Maybe there's a police-themed maid cafe somewhere. Kazuki would have gotten a kick out of that. Yeah, he seems to go for police women, doesn't he?
Hajimemashite.
Nyan! Welcome, gentle mistress. I'm Aiko Nyan. What's your name? Yes. Hi, I'm Ayami. Hello, Ayami Nyan. Your table will be ready in just a few moments. We apologise for the wait and hope you can forgive us. Does the mistress have a membership card? No, I don't, but hey, hold on, take your hands off me. It's important that I personally guide you to your table, Ayami Nyan. Nyan, perfect. There we are, don't you feel better? Actually, I was hoping we could talk about... Oh yes, Mistress Ayami Nyan. That option is included on the menu under full access communication. It's only 1,000 yen extra, and then you can ask all the questions you want. Yay! But if you want pictures, you'll have to order the Purity Checky photo option. Only 1,000 yen per photo. Yay! I think you may have gotten the wrong impression. I'm clearly starving. Mistress, where are my manners? That was a very poor light of me. What can this humble servant fetch for you? No, hold on, you're not listening. I only want to ask you about a photo. Oh, mistress, you're so hungry you don't even remember me explaining the Purity Checky photo option. You've grown delirious. We'll get you food soon. We have Nyan Pan Nyan cakes, Porbury cheesecake, Pesto Porster, and all are available to come in a drink set. That does sound pretty adorable, if you ask me. And she's obviously not going to give us any information unless we buy something, so may as well give it a go. Well, we could say we're a detective, but I can already see an issue with this. I think you might have the wrong idea about me. I'm a detective with the Tokyo Metropolitan Police Department, and I'm going to insist you answer my questions. Oh my, that does seem serious, and I would love to help you. Just one little tiny detail first. May I see your badge? Excuse me? I certainly wouldn't want to offend you, Ayami Nyan, but there are lots of cosplayers in this part of town. The costumes can be really good. Oh, I don't have it on me right now. No badge, huh? How convenient! I certainly haven't met any female detectives before. Something smells fishy, and I don't mean in the good way, Nia. Yes, but... Well, detective, let's stick to the rules, okay? So yes, she's not going to give us any information because we don't have any of our detective stuff on us. And if I say let's focus on the photo, she probably won't be that bothered about that either, so we'll just order the pancakes. I mean, we get information, we get pancakes. It's a bit of a win-win, if you ask me. Okay, I'll have the, let's see here, the Nyan Pan Nyan cakes and the Pretty Kitty. Oh, excellent choice, Ayami Nyan. Those are very popular items on our menu. Right, so I ordered. That means I can finally ask you about this. Before your order arrives, you must first do the ultra-secret Nyan Pan fan chip. What? Do I have to? Come on, surely I don't need to do something silly like that. But I must insist, Ayami Nyan. One can't taste the love cooked into the Nyan Pan Nyan cakes unless it's released by the Nyan Pan fan chip. Fine, you win. What do you want me to do? Excellent, mistress. Already I can feel the love pouring from your kind heart. Let's begin. Please place your paws into the air like this. Like this? Perfectly, Ayami Nyan. Are you sure you haven't done this before? Now, you must repeat these sacred verses. Nyan malo, nyan palo, nyan wala po. What? Nyan malo, nyan palo, nyan wala po. Don't forget to raise your paws. Nyan malo, nyan palo, nyan wala po. Unbelievable! The passion, the vigour. I can feel the love pouring into the room, Ayami Nyan. You know, I can't lie. I do feel like a little bit of my negativity just flew out of me. Now that I've said the cheer, can we... Oh my goodness, mistress! Tanyan! Your pancakes have arrived! That was so quick. Hold on, you didn't tell me the Nyan Pan Nyan cakes were shaped like little cats? Oh yes, they are painstakingly made with love by our star. There's a little whipped cream tail. It's so cute. Nyan! Now Ayami Nyan was saying something about a picture, as I recall. Hold up. No need to rush things. We can't talk on an empty stomach, right? Yeah, you gotta appreciate those pancakes while they're still hot. Oishi! So, we lost some professionalism, but we also we're less neurotic now, so I guess that's fine. Does your maid self actually make these? Because they were amazing. Of course, Yummy Yan. And now that you've eaten, I'd be happy to answer any questions you have. Oh, right, that. Have you ever seen this girl in the photo? Let me see. Yeah. Whoa, are you alright? I am concentrating to my fullest, Yummy Yan. Oh, but this young mistress is not familiar to me. Yeah. Oh, I see. Well, thanks anyway. That dress is so pretty. It looks like it was custom made. I've seen some of that quality before, Nyan. Maybe you should ask the collector. So everybody's apparently knows about this collector and is going to direct us over there. So it's obviously going to be our final destination. She's a fashion designer in Akihabara who designs costumes for the maids and idols who don't have a big budget. So the collector does a lot of things from what I'm gathering. I don't know how she says the faces, but I'm not going to even try and pronounce them. Collector, huh? How can I find her? Supposedly, she has a shop on this very street. Supposedly? She's a very mysterious lady, Yaminyan. My co-worker Mina Nyan has met her. Her shift starts soon. You should ask her about it. I will, thanks. Oh, and next time, can I get a picture of the pancakes? I ate them so quickly that I forgot. Of course, Yaminyan. That was a lovely scene. I do really enjoy this place in particular. Right, do you have anything interesting to say, sir? One of the many foreign tourists who frequent the electric town side of Akihabara. A Hawaiian shirt with a fanny pack, huh? I doubt he speaks enough Japanese to be helpful to me. Maybe you shouldn't assume that. He could have been learning Japanese on the side. Let's look at this guy. A small bookshop that sells mostly manga and cheap, brightly coloured magazines. Hi, do you mind if I bother you with a few questions? It seems like you know the area a little better than I do. You're not trying to sell me something, are you? Nope, don't want anything from you except a little bit of your time if you can spare it. Good, I'm Atsushi. Nice to meet you. How can I help you? Nice to meet you too. I'm Ayami Ito. I'm looking for someone, but I feel a little out of my depth around here. Everything in Akihabara feels a little strange to me. Ha! That's one way to put it. My bookshop's nestled in between a cat-made cafe and a cat cafe, so yes, it is all a little strange. Honestly, it's a stressful set of neighbours to have. He could be the collector. I never actually found out who the collector is, so who knows? I mean, I seem to be hearing lots of different information about them, so... Huh. Well, I wouldn't say that. I mean, who doesn't love maids? The cat cafe is a different story altogether. Don't get me wrong, the owner is a nice lady and all, but those cats of hers make a lot of noise at night. If she's not careful, they might drive the locals a little crazy. I guess it's some consolation that the little buggers are so darn cute. Things have really changed around here. When my father owned this store, this area was nothing like it is now. It had more authenticity. Nowadays, everywhere I go, it feels like it's one big advertisement. Guess I'm not one to talk. I'm not any better. This bookstore used to be a real hidden gem. We sold original prints and rare volumes. My family were known as quite the collectors. Ah, they were known as the collectors. Well, not me. The collection mostly belonged to my grandfather. He had a real eye for art and took pride in finding original works. I admired the hell out of him, but his devotion to the arts couldn't keep up with the times. Nowadays, I just sell weekly manga magazines, and I've done pretty well for myself. I can't complain. I never had the talent or the eye that my father and grandfather had, but I guess you don't really know how much something means to you until it's gone, you know? I do. Thanks for your time, Atsushi. No worries, my normal customers aren't quite as chatty, so having a talk like this was a nice change of pace. Well, he might not be a collector, but maybe his father or his grandfather are the collector that we keep hearing about. It's always a possibility. Right. Do you have anything interesting to say? Doesn't look like I can even talk to you. But why not go in the cat cafe? Suppose I lucked out getting an apartment that allows animals. If I didn't, you'd probably find me in a cat cafe every other day. Sounds like Q Crossfire. But you don't really go to work, you just go to cat cafes every day.
はじめまして。
Hello, miss. My name is Ito. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions? Huh? I'm the owner, Sachiko Akiyama. Say, you're not a health inspector or anything, right? We already had an inspection last week. Lucky for both of us, I'm not. I'm investigating something and was wondering if you've seen the girl in this photo. Well, honestly, she kind of looks like all the other girls around here. You know, the maids and stuff. I don't know much about it. I love her hat, by the way, it's so darn cute. And this cat, by the way, is so darn cute. That makes two of us. I feel a little out of my depth around here. Oh, sorry about him. He can be a little too friendly sometimes. Oh, hello there, little one. What's your name? That's Tomo. You might not want to touch him right now. He's a little sick. He's been making some, messes, if you know what I mean, out of both ends. Guess you can see why I was a little concerned earlier. I took him to the vet this morning, but they can't figure it out either and told me to wait it out, but I think it's getting worse. Sorry to hear that. Does this sort of thing happen often? No, of course not. My cats all get the best care. They're fed the best food, are on the best kitty cardio routines, and are pampered day and night. I even read the paper to them to make sure they get up to date on current events. But poor Tomo. Maybe I should go and ask the cat collector. So now he's the cat collector as well as the person that makes maid outfits and knows everything. Cat collector? Yeah, she's a breeder who lives around here who specialises in knowing everything feline. That's two people so far that have suggested it's a woman, so maybe it's a woman we're looking out for? Oh, Tomo, not on the rug. And he threw up again. I'm sorry, can you excuse me for a second? No problem. I'll come back another time. Hope he feels better soon. Are there any cats around here? Yes! There's one there. Like, I mean the ones I can pick up. I noticed that there are several cats, but the particular cats that I can actually take with me. No one seemed to know anything about Reina, but every time I brought her up I heard the same name over and over. The Collector. It was the only clue I had, and I knew that if I was going to get any further in that case, that was the thread I would need to follow. Right, is there anyone else that I can interact with at all, or is there any other cats I can pick up? Doesn't look like it. I do really like this advert as well. Some of these adverts are super cute. Adorables. Anyway, we could probably go back to one of the earlier places now and see if the people that they mentioned have come back. Oh, we didn't look at the menu. 2,500 yen for a parfait? Suppose in a maid cafe you're not only paying for the food but for the girls to wait on you hand and foot like a lord. Not really my thing, apart from when I went in there and ordered pancakes and loved it. Yes, I know there were cats in there, but I meant the lucky cats that I can actually take. Can't just walk in and steal their cats. Right, so it doesn't look like this lady... Oh, it won't let me leave. Hello? Gam? I guess I'll ask her. Yummy Nyan, back so soon! Hi, is Mina Nyan back yet? I was hoping to ask her about that dressmaker you mentioned earlier. Oh, well she's here, but, well, the thing is I don't think she'll be able to talk. Something awful has happened. It's really bad. How bad are we talking? Monumentally, horrifically terrible, Yummy Nyan. The perfect storm of soul-crushing existential dread. Well, that sounds really bad. And have you got anything else to say about it? Because apparently I can't leave. Oh, a Yummy Nyan is so kind-hearted. Maybe she'll talk to you. Wait here 1 moment, please. Oh, hi, yeah. You alright? I heard something bad happened. Maybe I can help you. I don't think I can even talk about it. Every time I think about him, I just want to go into the back and cry. Try and relax. I'm a police officer. I'm sure I can figure out a way to make this better. Police? Well, it's Samuel. Samuel? Who's he? A distant relation of yours? A boyfriend? Did he hurt you? Run out with your money? Samuel Coddlesworth, my best friend. He's missing. Samuel Coddlesworth? Okay, I think I see what's happening here. Her ultra-rare, one-of-a-kind kitty plush, Mistress Yummy-Nyan. These things don't grow on trees, you know. A teddy bear. You lost a teddy bear. A plush. Samuel Cuddlesworth was not a teddy bear. He was an ultra-rare cat plush. Oh, cruel world, the hideousness of the cosmos lay bare before my very eyes. Why did I think you'd understand? No one understands. I'm all alone. We're all alone, and then we die. Wow, this took a dark turn. Oh, I hate seeing her like this. I don't think she'll be of much use to society until she finds a replacement for her beloved Cuddlesworth. Thank you for listening, Yummy-Nyan. While you're here, want some pancakes? No, thanks. I've got to try and leave. I'll find you a plush, pancakes, or insist on information. I guess we'll find the plush. Listen, I can't promise you as rare of a plush as Samuel Cuddlesnipe, but I'll find you something, alright? Cuddlesworth. Samuel Cuddlesworth, the second. Twice removed, actually. Why are you looking at me like that? Right, can I leave now? It was like really determined that I should never leave the maid cafe. Right, well, if we're looking for a cat, this might be a good place to go, because there were cats in these crane machines. Right, no, left. Well, that's a cat right there. Let's drop. Oh, that opens the thing. Yeah, okay. This rabbit's gonna be well in my way. Oh, really? Well, that sucks. Give me this stupid rabbit so I can get the stupid cat. Oh, it went really glitchy there. How the hell does this work? Apparently I can just keep playing forever, I guess. Ask girls about Collector. I mean, we could talk to them, but I kind of want to get the stupid cat for the maid. It's important to me. I'm just kind of like gravitating towards this bunny. Oh, can I win this raccoon? This tanuki? All the important things. Shut up, this is professional. Wait, why doesn't it go low enough? I can't even grab that. Can I move it left, like, whilst this is happening? I don't think I can get that thing. I've tried multiple times. Maybe I need to get somebody else to grab it for me. But you reckon I can only get the cat? Yeah, but I need to move the... Sorry, whacking the mic. I need to get the rabbit out of the way. Oh. Ah, the cat is magnetized to the hook. Craziness going on here. I did it! Well, that's kind of dumb. I wasn't technically even holding the cat in the crane. But, whatever. Anyway, let's go give her back the cuddly toy. Yeah, I thought I had to at least try and move the rabbit out of the way because it was blocking the cat. She's beautiful! Where'd you find her? I deem you Countess Belinda Flufflestuff. Thank you, Nyan. Lady Belinda isn't Samuel, but I suppose one must learn to move on from those things. Wow, that was quick. Anyway, since you're feeling better, can you tell me what you know about this collector now? Of course, Mistress Yummy-Nyan. I heard she studied fashion design in France and then came to Japan. She knows everything there is to know about Akiba fashion. She designed the maid costume I have on right now. She didn't ask for money. Strange. How did you find her? Well, you probably won't believe me, but I spend a lot of time outside here promoting the cafe. Sometimes I notice the signs would flicker. The images on them would change. I can see from the mistress's expression that she does not believe me. It's true, I swear on my 9 lives. She shows you what you want on the sign, like an invitation to trade. Then, when there's 3 paper cranes outside her shop, you go down and she shows you what she has. Her taste is impeccable, she's never wrong. Listen, I get that maids are supposed to play along with fantasies and all that, but this is kind of hard to swallow. But it's true, Yaminyan. Supposedly she got some local computer hacker type to give her access to some of the signs of the area remotely. I think the other shop owners here don't mind because it only happens occasionally, and the stores probably bring in more business than the signs themselves. Oh, sorry, it's a plush, not a cuddly toy. But I thought I still felt like I had to move the rabbit out of the way, but I guess the cat is magnetized to the hook. Am I missing something here? How does she know what you want? Yaminyan, you're supposed to be the detective, not me. I bet she's got webcams everywhere so she can see what the girls are wearing and try to bait them in. It's a small group of people who know that rumour to begin with anyway. It's like subliminal advertising. Nyan. Mina Nyan? What's wrong? No, it's not like that. It's not like what? This dress, the one she made for me, it was exactly what I wanted. The bells, the stitching, everything down to the last detail. Everyone always assumes I had it commissioned, but I never told anyone the truth because I was scared. Somehow she knew exactly what I wanted, and all she asked for in return was the old handmade dress my mother and I made together. An amazing deal, right? But something wasn't right about her or her shop. I mean, who has a shop that's 4 levels deep in the basement in a room with no other customers? I felt like some sort of criminal, even though all I was doing was getting a dress. And you know, that dress, the one I gave up, it was cheap. The stitching was subpar and there were patches all over it from all the times I had to repair it. Despite all that, I wish I'd never given it away. Sometimes I think I should try and get it back, but the truth is I'm afraid to. I don't want to go back there. Sorry, Yaminyan, I kind of got a little serious there. That's everything I know though. Thanks again for getting me Lady Belinda. No problem, don't go losing her now. Aww. Well, we made new friends according to this achievement that I unlocked. I'm gonna go to the ladies in the arcade last because I've already done that particular side quest, but I haven't done anything in the in here. So let's ask her about the collector. About the collector you mentioned earlier, the cat breeder. Yeah, sure, but now's not a good time. Tomo keeps throwing up and pooping a lot. I'm worried he might really be sick. I don't know what to do. When did all this start? Yesterday. His tummy seemed a little upset, but I didn't think much about it. But this afternoon he really started to, explode, if you catch my drift. Sorry. I don't get it, though. Nothing in his diet has changed. That does sound odd. What's he eat normally? Oh, you know, the usual stuff. Sashimi, mostly. Sashimi? You're joking, right? No, of course not. Why would I joke about that? You can't feed a cat sashimi. Of course you can. In the wild, cats catch the fish right out of the streams. It's the same thing. That's not exactly the same. I have a cat and I bet you feed it those store-bought foods with all the extra vitamins and minerals added in, right? Well, yeah. Ha! Sucker. You've brought into the corporate lies about pet health. Kitties can't be healthy eating that chemical swill. Chemical swill? Well, my cat's also not puking everywhere, so... Sorry. I guess you're right. I got a little carried away there. I didn't mean to be rude, especially since you're only trying to help. That's alright. Your cats do seem pretty healthy. Was there anything different about today's lunch order? Now that you mention it, I usually only order 1 box from Soichi, the sushi vendor next door. But for the last few days, I've received 2 boxes. I didn't really think anything of it until you mentioned it. Oh, what do I do? Say, you don't seem too busy. Why? Why don't I seem busy? I am busy. I'm very busy. Do I have a face that says, please give me errands? Well, you must do, because people have already gotten you to hook a cat toy out of a crane machine. Well, no, but you're a fellow cat lover and you seem so nice. It would only take a second to go talk to Soichi, honest. I would, but I can't leave the store. I can't even think straight about the cat collector or anything else until this is off my mind. Yes, but only to get information about the collector. And they wouldn't give me the information unless I ate the pancakes and played the crane game, so it's important. I'm busy. Right, let's go see if we can talk to... Oh, Forsyth, that sounds mean. I want to make sure the cat feels better. Alright, I'll have a chat with Soichi and see what he knows. Thanks, you're a lifesaver. Sure, why not? Plus, apparently we gain professionalism for talking to Soichi, so... It's not that bad an idea, apparently. Hi, Soichi, right? I was wondering if you could set up recurring lunch orders. Maybe twice a week or something? Yep, that's no problem at all. We do that kind of thing for a lot of businesses around here. Why do you ask? I was just at the cat cafe next door and saw one of your boxes, and work's moving me here in a few weeks. So I thought I'd see what my options were. You came from Sachiko's place, huh? Yeah, she's had a standing order with me for years. I'm surprised a woman so small can eat 2 whole boxes. 2 boxes? No, her order is only for 1. If she was ordering 2, I'd suspect she was feeding it to her cats. Yeah, that would be crazy. Anyway, do you normally deliver them yourself? Sachiko's right next door and a very sweet lady, so I always try to do it personally. That said, when it gets a bit hectic, I ask some of the other regulars around here to run it up for me instead. If you see Sachiko, make sure to give her my regards. I'll try to go up there next time. You literally are standing right outside her shop. It will take you 2 seconds to walk in there and give her her standing order. So about that standing order you wanted to set up. Oh, I need to think about it a little more. I'll get back to you later. Thanks for the help. Little sketchy maybe, but definitely not a cat poisoner. Finding who supplied that second box should lead me to a suspect. Right, so we're going to start asking around about people who may or may not have poisoned cats, accused of poisoning cats with no evidence whatsoever. Do you like cat cafes? These are all odd questions. I mean, can you imagine if a stranger just walked up to you and A, asked if you liked cat cafes without any prior knowledge of you, B, asked you what you had for lunch even though they're a complete stranger, or C, accuses you of poisoning cats for no apparent reason with no evidence. Right, well, let's ask him if he likes cat cafes. You won't catch me dead in a place like that. I hate cats. Oh, that makes him suspicious. Every time I see one, they always try and scratch me. What did you have for lunch? Huh? That's a weird thing to ask. I got a box lunch from the convenience store. Why? Right, he is pretty sketchy, but somehow I doubt it's him. Though he doesn't like cats. So who knows, really. Right, do you like cat cafes? Sir? Cats? No, I don't like cat. Have an allergy, understand? So he probably wouldn't even walk into the cafe. Lunch? I'm not interested, thank you. Well, fair enough. Is there anyone else out here? There was that... Oh, see this elevator? This is the one that those guys were talking about. There's a crane here now because we helped that person. So this must be where the collector lives. Interesting. How does she get them to float like that? That's interesting. Huh, yeah, sure, they're alright. I used to have a cat growing up. This guy looks sketchy as F. You see how you were sweating when I asked that question? Right, what did you have for lunch? D, all 3. Who eats people? What are you talking about? Well, the other sketchy guy we saw in the hoodie. Why, you asked me on a date, lady? When I'm on the clock, I usually get a box of sushi. Oh, he's getting boxes of sushi from Soichi. He's clearly a sketchy ass guy. Shall we accuse him of poisoning cats, guys? Oh yeah, the elevator eats people. Yeah. I thought you meant that the hoodie guy we were talking to ate people. I was like, what are you talking about? Shall we accuse this guy? He's so sketchy as a paratrainer. It's okay. Huh? How'd you... Wait, it's not what you think. I rent the apartment above her shop and the furballs are always yowling all night. The nut job only gives them sashimi at night, so I just added some laxatives to it is all. I wouldn't seriously hurt them or nothing. Could you kill a cat if they got given too many laxatives though? I feel like that's a thing that could happen. A little cleanup is fair payback for her cats keeping me up day after day. That woman's ruining my damn life and doesn't care. I know I'm not the only one who thinks that either. She should be glad it was me who taught her a lesson and not someone else. Alright, fine, I guess it. You were at the end of your rope. Thing is, I'm kind of a cat person and I'm kind of a cop. Consider this a warning. Fine, whatever you say, lady. Don't be poisoning cats. Did you see how cute that cat was and how poisoned he was? Hope you feel ashamed of yourself, mister. Right. This may not surprise you, but your upstairs neighbour isn't your biggest fan. Takumi? That little rat. What did he do? Is Tomo going to die? If he does, I'll wring his little neck. No, it's only some laxatives in the food. I think he wanted to ruin your day, not harm the cat seriously. Oh, thank goodness. I'm so relieved. If it's laxatives, Tomo should be fine in a day or two once it clears out of his system. What a little scumbag. What's his problem? He mentioned the cats have been keeping him up at night. A few weeks of that and anyone might crack. You're right, I'm so used to it I didn't notice, but I'll get a contractor to come out and see about finally soundproofing this place. Tomo, you nearly made my heart stop. I'm glad you'll be okay. Now that one mystery is behind us, could we return to our discussion about the collector? Of course, I've only visited her once. I wanted to add a very rare Balinese breed to the cafe after searching for weeks. I was convinced it was nowhere to be found in Tokyo. Just when I'd given up hope, I got an email out of the blue from her saying she had the breed I was looking for and to come to her shop. Suffice it to say, I was ecstatic. Business was doing alright, so I had some money to spare too. Only she didn't want money. She wanted Panda.
What?
She wanted a panda? Yeah, it would be pretty excessive. No, Panda was the name of an old cat I had. She was nothing special, an old mixed breed who moved to Tokyo with me when I was starting up. I doubt I would have started this business if it wasn't for him, but he was also really old and having some health problems. The collector said she'd take care of him, give him the best medical care, feed him the best food. Panda's last days would be in complete comfort. In exchange, she'd give me the Balinese kitten for free. I thought it was the right thing to do. But Panda was family. What kind of person am I? I gave him away. I miss him so much. I tried to go back and give the kitten back for Panda, but the 3 cranes outside of her shop were gone and I never saw her or Panda again. That's all I remember. Sorry, remembering Panda always makes me sad. Thanks for the help. I should get back to work. So the collector only asks for things that the owner feels like they may not need anymore, but then they find out that they care about them after they've given them up, I guess. There's 2 cranes out of 3, so we've only got those 2 girls in the arcade to help. Hello again. This must be the friend I've heard about. Akane, right? Yeah, but if you'd open your eyes for literally 2 seconds, you'd see we're a little busy right now. Go away. Alright. No need to be that way about it. Right, let's ask what's wrong then. What's wrong? I don't know you. What do you care? If you tell me what happened, maybe I can help. She's fine. One of her customers is an arsehole, that's all. Customer? Don't look at her like that. It's not what you think. I work at one of the JK cafes around here. They want high school girls in uniform to serve food and play games and stuff. Nothing weird. That does sound weird. Why are you doing that? Usually the customers want to hold my hand or pretend to be my teacher. Sometimes they buy me things. It's harmless. It does not sound harmless at all to me, but whatever. Doesn't bother you that these customers who want to hold your hand are mostly middle-aged men? He collects tears, okay. Hey, you don't know her. Don't act all high and mighty just because you're older. It's better than working in some shitty restaurant or at a convenience store. I'm sorry, but if I was working at a convenience store, then I wouldn't have middle-aged men touching me up. And it'll be pretty A-okay. I'd be fine with that. Fine, you're right. I can't judge you, but obviously something isn't working out if she's crying like that. I already told you, one of her clients is an arsehole. Akane, right? Why don't you tell me what happened? I don't get him. He was nice to me, but then I said I wouldn't go into his dirty sewer with— Oh, it's that guy. I remember. I said I wouldn't go into this dirty sewer with him and he snapped. He threatened me and told me I was an ugly little girl. Wait, back up. Did you say he tried to get you to go into a sewer? He's just a fat, disgusting old pervert. I never want to see him again. He was so nice before and would hold my hand, say, oh, can you imagine that guy holding your hand? I would be cool with that. Why would he say all those things? Fat old pervert who goes into sewers. Yup, there's no doubt about it. This client of yours, I know him. You know him? Make him stay away from Akane. In fact, make him stay the hell out of Akihabara. Before you said you wanted to know about the collector, right? How about this? You make it so me and Akane never have to see his fat, four-eyed pervert face again, and we'll tell you everything you want to know. Well, do we have a deal? Yeah, sure, anything to get that guy out of the picture. Sure. If we're dealing with who I think we are, then I'll be more than happy to help out. Really? Thank you. I think I heard him say he was heading to a club in Shinjuku before he left for the train station. Yeah, so he's obviously going to be at the same hostess club, so no worries there. Oh, picking off the screen. Alright, let's go to Shinjuku then. Check out the butterfly place. He's obviously going to be there because he never goes anywhere else. Heyo, I'm back to harass your customers. Oh crap, you know you're bad for business. Don't worry, I'm not planning on staying long. Where's Goto? Goto? You sweet on him all of a sudden now? I'm not messing around. You seen him? Yeah, I saw him outside the bar 15 minutes ago. Where was he heading? Where do you think? Towards his favourite lust spot with some little thing in tow. Believe it or not, I didn't think to follow him beyond that. Better be quick. With all you cops hovering around, I doubt he'll stay there for long. Caught in the act. Right, time to go mess him up a bit, and not in the good way. Didn't think I'd have to go in this sewer again so soon. Oh, if it isn't my favourite detective, suppose I should thank you. Ever since that night, this place has gotten more of a dangerous appeal. Detective? You called the cops? I'm getting out of here, you creep. Bitch was a prude anyway. Would barely let me touch her. You're not a prude though, are you? Now that we're alone, why don't we start from where we left off? Well, I have never given you any indication that I have any sort of romantic feelings towards you, so can you back off, please? Don't look at me like that. She's 16, old enough to know what she wants. As adults, we can do whatever we want. Right? No, you can't, really. The sewer. Another standoff. It felt so familiar. You can't shoot him. God damn it, you can't shoot everyone. You're breaking the law. Guess I should be grateful that you haven't broken out the rope yet. First, I warned you about trespassing. Then I find you here again after some girl in Akihabara says you've been harassing her. You've been following me, huh? Didn't realise you liked me that much. It's okay, detective. I know why you really came and found me. No one will disturb us down here. You're disgusting. How many students have you harassed and lured here? Like I said, I like them young. I'm not sure why you're laughing. Harassment and stalking of a minor is a crime, and one that I'm sure your company wouldn't appreciate being public knowledge. If I catch you in the sewer again, or catch even a whiff of your stink around Akihabara, I'll bring you in myself and make sure everyone knows it. Got it? Settle down. Let's just talk this through. Money, you cops aren't paid much, right? Ugh, fine, but your supervisor will hear about this. Even though he was an idiot, Goto probably knew that I didn't have a strong case against him. Nothing that would land him in jail anyway. All I could have hoped for is that his need to maintain appearances compelled him to stay away from Akihabara long enough for me to get the information I needed. Going to shoot him was an option. Can't just go around shooting pervy old sewer men. Get in a lot more trouble than we were already in. Right. Okay, back to Akihabara then. We've spoken with Goto. Yes, we could shoot him. It is an option, but we almost 100% should not shoot him. It really wouldn't do us any favours. Oh, you're back. You don't look so good. I'm fine. Goto won't give you any more trouble. Seriously? How'd you convince him to stop? That doesn't matter. Forget him. Geez, remind me not to get on your bad side. I guess we owe you, huh? Not if you hold up your end of the deal. Tell me everything you know about this collector. He knows everything, so I've got this theory right. I think he's some sort of hacker, shutting himself in his room day in and day out. Maybe it's several people, because they're saying it's a he. Having all that kind of dirt must be great, though not to mention he must be loaded. The collector isn't interested in money. If you didn't pay him, then how did you get the picture? Moeka, you told her? I told you that was private. Well, since you know anyways. When that client started following me home, I was desperate, so I asked the collector for something that would make him stop bothering me. In exchange, he asked for only one thing. What did he ask for? I used to carry a photo of my dad on me all the time. He died when I was 7 years old, and I never told anyone I had it. Somehow he knew. Why would you give a random person a picture of your deceased dad? That's not cool. In exchange for that photo, he gave me the incriminating photo for free. What choice did I have? I was scared, but what? Ever since then, I feel like I forget my dad's face a little bit more every day. It gets more and more fuzzy. Why don't you go back and get it? His shop is right under this arcade. You can get to it through an elevator, but I never found him again after that day. The elevator doesn't work normally. I tried, you know, just to see. He controls it and leaves a sign that it's turned on. What? You never told me that. I didn't want you to go after him, Moeka. He's dangerous. Listen, I appreciate everything you did for me, really, but don't go after him. Something isn't right with him. I appreciate the concern, Akane, but there's no need to worry about me. I'm sure I've come up against a lot worse than him. Look for three paper cranes hanging in front of the elevator. If you see them, you'll be able to go down. That's all I can tell you. Thanks. Stay safe, you two. Okay, cool. We did all the missions. We've got all the cranes, so we'll go in a second to check out this collector. I'm just gonna have a drink quickly. Yeah, so they ask for things that people are sentimental about in exchange for the things that they want. Oh, this is weird. So this is all new to me now. I never did anything... Well, obviously I never did any of those missions because I'm getting achievements for them, so... This doesn't seem right. It doesn't match the descriptions I got at all. What was that? Who's there? Reina? Is that you? Huh? Who's there? Look around you. Interesting, isn't it? It said the cranes can grant a wish. What is it you wish for? I've never been one to believe in wishes. Are you him? The collector? Collector? Crow? One of the many names given to me over the years. But we've no time to waste on such boring, trivial things as introductions. Don't you want to know who I am? Oh, I know who you are, Detective Ito. Or should I say, investigator. So hard to keep straight. I suppose it's irrelevant what you call yourself now, as you've arrived exactly where you need to be. Something's different. Yes. What is it, I wonder? Ah, that's it. You're like me, after a fashion. You see things differently from those around you. The world is not so solid and unchanging as it is for them. Things bend, they break. Am I wrong? No, nothing's been the same since Kamakura. Yes, of course. The girl you murdered, Reina, was that your fault? She gave me no choice. Of course it wasn't. I never meant to. Or something made me. I mean, I think this is probably the most true of those four options. Then you are a puppet, dancing at the end of your strings to a tune you cannot hear. No, that's not what I said. I'm no one's puppet. Are you so sure, Detective? Do you really feel like everything you've done is under your control? When faced with the impossible, you're so certain that every choice you make is your own. I don't know. Sometimes I feel they're made for me. Which is easier, I wonder. The knowledge that the cause of all your suffering and your joy is of your own doing or someone else's. I don't have time for this. Of course, our conversation has tilted towards the philosophical. We are not here for philosophy. You want something more tangible. I want information, facts. No, it is my business to know what people desire, and that is not what you seek. What is it you want, truly? I was going to say she probably wants Tanaka back, but that's going to be a bit of a really awkward thing for him to try and do for her. I want to know what really happened to him. No, it's not only that. I want to know what's happening to me too. Nothing makes sense anymore. I'm tired of chasing after clues that lead to dead ends. Perhaps I can be of some help to you. But first, please indulge me. I have a few questions. I'm curious, so curious. You're such a unique visitor after all. Yes, nothing like the others. Fine, what do you want to know? On the night of your partner's disappearance, you found your way into the sewer using a man. Why him? By that man? The hostess wasn't helpful, he was an idiot, or a witness saw him. I'll go with that one. A witness placed him in that sewer. Why not go directly to the source? What is this, some sort of psych test? I came here for answers, enough of the games. It's no game, detective. I can give you what you seek. This is my price. That's it? If you wanted information to use against me, seems you've already got enough. Blackmail? How pedestrian, simplistic. No, I've no interest in that. Then what do you want? Everything I collect brings me closer to an understanding, much like you. Only the puzzle I assemble is considerably larger, and the piece you provide is well worth the trouble. Shall we continue? Do I have a choice? You've already made it. You show such little patience, detective. Surprising considering the effort you took to get here. The girl, Reina, she's the one you've been chasing, yes. Let's talk about her. Why didn't you shoot her again in the sewer? She was holding your dear Tanaka at knife points. Why didn't you pull the trigger? Right, before I answer this, are there any cats in here? Because I might not be able to come back and get them later. And this is important to me. Cats. There are no cats. Oh well. Right, so why didn't we shoot her? I didn't want to hurt anyone. I should have. She didn't deserve it. To keep her talking. I didn't want to hurt anyone. Maybe for a police officer it sounds soft, but I didn't want anyone to get hurt. Even with Tanaka at the end of a knife, I thought it might end peacefully. Interesting. Most interesting. Though she's gone, the sleepless nights continue, don't they? You've taken your pills twice. Is that enough to make a difference? Do they help? Does it not make you question the futility of it all? Most interesting. Perhaps you've told me enough. Yes, this is most useful. I accept this trade. In return, you want... what was it? Ah, yes, that's right. A path. A way forward. I suppose it's your turn to ask the questions now. Okay, what do we want to know? What are you, the mask, or where is Tanaka? Is he alive? Sure, I'll ask about Tanaka. In the dark. Whether he lives? That is more difficult. The dark? That's not the first time I've heard that. What is it? Where can I find it? A better question is, where can it not be found? In the light? Can you not feel it around you? Following you at every turn? It pays great mind to those within its walls. You know of whom I speak. The common thread that binds all the misery in your heart. Reina, and if that's where she is, Tanaka must be there too. The girl's thread is a complicated one. Yes, very tangled. It begins in Kabukicho and a talent agency called Omega. Kabukicho? I know it well enough. As I imagine any officer of the law would. The dark is a sacred place. It lives and breathes, changes shape and goes where it pleases. And it is the girl whose suffering determines its shape. Without understanding its roots, you will never find your way, or it could tear you apart, like it almost has already. The mask? I don't know why, but I get the hunch that you'll know what this is. What is it? Raina was obsessed with it. It must be important, but I can't figure it out. Ah, I see. The most interesting relic. Yeah, dark in Tokyo, I kind of get where you're going with that. It makes people do the most fascinating things. Why did Raina want it so badly? It is a tool. Instead of living in fear of it, why not use it? It may be the key that will help you find your precious Tanaka. Though as powerful as it is, one cannot expect to use it knowing nothing about it. You said it yourself, it all started in Kamakura. The Kawanas have quite a history with that mask. The Kawanas? The Shrine Maiden girl? Her grandmother was the one who gave it to me. The very same. It gives me the creeps. Maybe I should have gotten rid of it. Don't do that. You'll never find your way without it. And what are you? A dressmaker? A cat breeder? A blackmailer? Seems that no one in this town can agree on anything about you except your name. There's no way anyone could know what you do. It's impossible, so what are you? Take a look around you. Is it not familiar? Can you not smell it? The stench of corruption? I've been here for so long, longer than you can imagine. Feeling the desires, the loves, the hatred of mankind flow through this place. For you, detective, I'm exactly who you need me to be. Now, shall we return our attention to the matter at hand? Our trade, after all, was not for the knowledge of how I fit into your story. It was for a way to clear the... how did you put it? Ah, yes. To clear the dead ends you run up against. Let us reconsider your problem. The mask and the dark are inexorably linked. Pursuing one without the other is futile. Now you are an enemy of the dark. It will reject you without understanding it, and you'll be lost without the necessary tool. How will I know when a path's been opened? Ask your puppet master. My end of the bargain has been upheld. You seem awfully eager to help me. What's the catch? Something tells me I'm going to regret talking to you. Paranoia, an unnecessary feeling. As I said, people fascinate me, especially ones as unique as yourself. You are a detective. I've only given you the tools you need to finish the job. From there, now that is the interesting part. I look forward to seeing your progress. Consider your debt to me partially repaid. The rest I shall collect at another time. Tell me, my little puppet, if you can see your strings, does your dance not continue? Until we meet again. That was obviously quite strange. And unusual. Right, I don't see any cats in here. I'm going to click around a bit. Because I'm not sure that I'll be able to come back. But it doesn't seem like there's any cats. I guess they don't like to leave them in places that you can't conceivably return to. Well, there you go. Now what? Oh, sorry, like whacking my mic again. Keep accidentally hitting it. I'm guessing we've done everything that we can do here. The air in the collector's basement was stagnant and heavy. If I had stayed any longer, I felt like it may have suffocated me. For the time I was there, Akihabara faded away into a distant memory. I returned to the surface, put my hand up to shield my eyes from the sunlight, and listened to the people on the street. Their conversation seemed so pointless, part of a world I no longer belonged to. The busy sounds of the street swept the cobwebs from my mind, forcing me to remember everything I told the collector and everything he impossibly knew. I told him so much, but did I have a choice? Maybe he was right, and I was a puppet after all. At that moment, it didn't matter. The dark and the mask both belonged to a world I was now a part of. Normal methods of investigation wouldn't lead me to them. Countless paths were narrowed to two, and I had no choice but to march forward toward the lead I had been given. As I left Akihabara behind, one thing bothered me. How did the collector know so much about me? Was I really so easy to read? I didn't have time to dwell on it. Kazuki and Reina were in the dark, that much had been all but confirmed. I now had a means, however impossible, to find them. Two paths, the mask and the dark, both were necessary, and I had to make a choice of which to follow first. Chase after a talent agency in Tokyo's red light district, or back to Kamakura to visit Mai, the girl I nearly got killed. Neither seemed very appealing. My logical side didn't understand how either would help. As everything around me cracked and crumbled away, logic didn't matter anymore. I had to choose, or maybe something would choose for me. Right, so do you want to go to Kamakura to learn more about the mask, or to Kabukicho to chase the darkness? It's close because I'm really, really hot. I'm literally dying of sweatiness. Yeah, but the mask is equally important. That's what they're saying. We need the mask to confront the dark. But the dark is where they are. You still want to go with the dark? Okay. And just say the mask is also important. The collector mentioned a talent agency by the name of Omega here in Kabukicho, which ties to Reina. Unless it's a big sign advertising it, which I highly doubt, I'll need to ask around to find it. Right. Based on the dragon motifs and the general vibe around the building, I'd guess this place is no normal bar. Who knows how many other places around here the Yakuza have dipped their fingers into. Intriguing. Cat! There is a cat. Bet you didn't see that one either. Oh, there's some police officers here. There's a cat there as well. I want to click it. Thank you. Any other cats? Don't think so. Let's listen to the police officers or look at them first. Three faces in uniform that I don't recognise, though I doubt they'll have a hard time recognising me. The way they're huddled around, it hardly looks like they're doing much police work. More than a few violations probably pass under their noses, but I wouldn't be surprised if someone slips them a bit of cash on the side to ignore them. Cops like that probably wouldn't give me any trouble, and they definitely aren't going to blab their superiors about seeing me in Kabukicho. Hey, hold up, don't I know you? Who, me? Yeah, you, unless you're hiding someone behind your back. Aren't you the detective whose face was all over town a few weeks back? Yeah, that's it. How didn't I recognise you before? Hey guys, didn't someone from HQ come by and ask us about her earlier? Maybe we should call it in. Hold on, Denjiro, you really think that's a good idea? Huh? What are you talking about? I'm not risking my job over some nobody detective. Well, we're more of a somebody than you are. This story isn't even remotely about you. Yeah, well, call us into HQ and you might be risking more than your job if you know what I mean. Ryu's right. Why should we stick our necks out when she hasn't even done anything wrong? Being on leave doesn't mean she can't walk around, does it? I'm with Ryu. I doubt I need to remind you boys what happens when you ruffle the wrong feathers at HQ. You guys can't be serious. Look, I'm not saying we arrest her, only you're going to piss off the wrong people, Denjiro. I don't know how much more obvious I need to be for you to get it. No one, not even the detective here, is worth bringing down her wrath. Especially right now. Things aren't exactly on stable ground around here since the Mifune family shake-up. Don't need a repeat of Officer Ono. Pegged for promotion one day and then some anonymous tip comes into HQ that Ono's been selling a little dope on the side. Even got a gun to tie him to a crime scene. Yeah, a gun that's mysteriously gone missing from evidence. You think that story's true? Does it really matter if it is or not? The point is, he asked too many questions around here and now he's in jail. Some police we are, held hostage by some woman. Screw it, maybe you guys are right. Suppose if that guy from HQ asks again, we say we didn't see any detective tonight. That's right, we didn't see you and you definitely didn't talk to us. Got it? Yeah, I got it. Being on the street around here isn't exactly an easy position to be in, huh? You mean at the bottom? Yeah, it doesn't give us a whole lot of options. Feels like I'm always stuck between HQ and all the other shit going on around here. I'm not sure which is worse, honestly. You read the papers, don't you, detective? You heard about the Mifune family, right? Yeah, I'm sure she has, and that's all you need to say on the subject. stop bitching so loud. You silly doggo. You never know who's working for who around here, so put a lid on it. Listen, detective, whatever you think we are or what you think goes on around here, it isn't so simple as good cops and bad cops. Remember that. Kabukicho might not be perfect, but we do our best to keep the peace, right? Right. Like you said, we're trying our best, so don't cause any trouble for us and we'll return the favour by not letting HQ know about this. There's plenty scarier than HQ out there. That's for sure. Why don't you move along, detective? I think I'll do just that. Good luck, officers. What are they going to call it anyway, that I was just standing on a street somewhere? Like, I get it's a dodgy place, but I have just as much right to walk around here as everybody else does, so... get lost. It looks like they've been digging up the sidewalk, but since they're blocking my view, I can't quite see what they're doing there. Hey lady, need something? There's nothing to see here. Why don't you just move along? Why should I? You said yourself there's nothing to see after all. Bit of advice for you, if you're trying to keep someone from staying out of your business, I wouldn't leave them with nothing to see here. See? She thinks so too. Every time we say nothing to see here, people stop and stare at us instead of actually moving along. Nothing to see here really does kind of make me want to know. Does kind of make me want to look more, you know? It's kind of sinister. Nothing to see here. That's what cops say when there's definitely, without a doubt, something worth seeing. Thanks a lot for the advice, boys. Last I checked, it was you who worked with me, not the other way around. Alright. No need to get so damn touchy. All we're saying is that unless you want every passerby in Kabukicho stopping to stare at us, you could try zipping it. Zip it? Is that how you talk to all your employers? You are aware of who I work for, right? Right? Digging a hole is the least of your worries, so do as I say. These jobs are the worst. What exactly are you guys doing? All of a sudden I can't help but wonder what some suit is doing standing by a construction site. Have to agree with the little lady on that one. As far as I can tell, we're pulling up a strip of concrete for no damn reason at all. No reason? Far from it. It's scheduled maintenance required by the building's owner. Requested by the building's owner. There were complaints of people falling or getting hurt because of the uneven pavement, so my employer generously offered her own money to fix it. Maintenance, huh? Seemed perfectly fine to me until we started hacking into it. You seem awfully impatient for us to fill it back in. Maybe it's got something to do with that little thing you had wrapped in cloth before. Shut up, or I'll ask you to dig 2 more holes after this one. 2 more? Oh, I guess it. I think that was meant to be some sort of threat. Yes, exactly. I mean, what you said wasn't exactly threatening. Honestly, I've heard better. Is he trying to imply that he's going to make us cover ourselves in concrete? Kind of a boring threat. Or he's just gonna kill you and leave you in the holes. I mean, I don't know. Fine, bad joke, but maybe you two should remember you're being paid very generously to be here, so shut it. And you, miss, would you please kindly move along? As you can see, there is nothing to see here. I'm busy enough with these two without any additional distractions. Well, that was an entertaining waste of time. Seems this club is pretty popular and it already has a lot of customers. Maybe talking to some of the regulars would give me a good idea of where to start looking for Omega. Worth a try? Let's go ahead and check out this seedy club then! Because, you know, why not? Ooh. The silhouette thing is kind of weird. Can I ask you something? Whoa, I wasn't doing anything. You're a cop, right? Nope, you've got me all wrong. I'm looking for a talent agency by the name of Omega. Why do you think I was a cop? Phew, only cops ask that many questions right off the bat. Well, that and your costume had me fooled. You ought to be careful walking around like that. Oh, I got it. You're some kind of performer, right? What are you doing looking for Omega? Omega's a wash. You won't get any work from them. Worry not, sweetheart. It just so happens I work for one of the biggest agencies in town. We handle all types, models, performers, actors, you name it. Even a mature woman such as yourself will have no problem finding work for us. That is, if you're fine with staying in costume. My lucky day. That's the spirit. Have a drink with me, babe. I'll get you signed up. I'm sure I can find work for you in no time. Well, like I said, I'm looking for Omega. A friend of mine recommended them, so it'd be rude not to talk to them at least, right? If you ask me, your friend's got no taste. You shouldn't waste your time with those losers. No one's even seen their guys around for months. Word on the streets that they ran up a bit of debt with the wrong people, if you know what I mean. Anyway, you didn't hear that from me. You know where I am if you want a real chance, babe. Stop calling me babe. Babe? Can I ask you something? That's the guy we saw in Akihabara, isn't it? The hoodie guy. The one that eats people. Yeah, sure, you don't need my permission. You heard of an agency around here called Omega? Omega? No, it doesn't ring a bell. Why, what's it to you? I'm looking for a missing girl. Missing her? Was she foreign? Working for a nightclub? Maybe working for some of the other types of clubs? I don't remember asking your opinion on the girl, only if you knew about the agency. Either way, answer's the same. I don't know no Omega, and you probably won't find her even if I did. Girls go missing all the time around here if you catch my drift. Care to be more specific? No, I don't. Don't think you delicate types could handle it. I'm not delicate, I'm a police officer. I've shot someone before, I'll have you know. Let's just say not everyone is as nice to the ladies in those places as I am, and leave us at that. Stir the pot questions like that, and you're bound to end up in trouble, so if you want to help, go ask someone else. Alright, I will. There's plenty of other people to talk to around here. It's very hot, guys. It's too hot. It's like a sauna in here. Hello, can you spare a minute? Whoa, how long have you been standing there? Me? I just got here. Why so jumpy? Sorry, there was a big scary guy with a scar here a little before you. He acted friendly enough, but he made me feel a little uneasy. Kept asking me what I was doing here and if I wanted to go somewhere and have a drink with his friends. Honestly, I've been waiting for a good moment to duck out. Think you made the right decision by staying put, if you ask me. Have you ever heard of a talent agency around here called Omega by chance? Omega? No, never heard of it. I'm actually not ever in this part of town. A friend of a friend invited me out here for a few drinks, but she hasn't shown her face yet. It's starting to stink of some sort of weird setup. Anyway, I still have some pride, so I'm not going to tuck my tail and run just yet. Good luck finding that agency or whatever you were looking for, and if you see that guy I mentioned earlier, watch your back. Okay, who's this then? I want to talk to this guy. Evening, you know anything about a talent agency called Omega? I heard they were based here. Are you insane? It's not like I'm asking you to take me there personally, what's the issue? You do know where you are, don't you? Omega ran up against some people, the same people who own this club, and they lost. The Mifune takeover's already racked up quite the body count, and I don't plan on being added to it. I'm not sure who you're working for, but you've come at a bit of a sensitive time. If I were you, I'd turn around and walk out that door. Hell, she probably killed him too. Killed who? Him, you know, Higashi, the owner of Omega. Everyone knew he owed the Mifune family a small fortune. The word on the street is that there's been a little spring cleaning of any disloyal retainers. Do I need to spell it out for you? Good, I've already said too much and you should stop asking around too. You never know who's listening. Well, he looks a bit dodgy himself, so... I don't know, this guy over here also looks really dodgy. But I was standing right next to that guy and it wouldn't let me talk to him, and... Why do I have to stand like a mile away from him to actually talk to him? Hey, can I ask you something? About a talent agency called Omega. You know anything? Alright, I'll take that as a no. That was really suspicious as well. Hey, do you know this area? What? I had a question about... What? Speak up! I can't hear you. The speaker's right there. You're gonna have to talk louder. I'm looking for an agency. You're looking for a vacancy? In what? No, and you're what? I'm looking for information about Omega Talent Agency. Do you know anything? Whoa. You really shouldn't shout things like that around here. Excuse me, miss. We were hoping you might join us next door. Consider it an invitation from an admirer. Besides, it's a much nicer venue than this stuff. Yeah, in fact, we'd be happy to escort you. Who are you? Who do you think? We're just businessmen doing our business. Sure, I guess I'll go with them. I think they're gonna make me either way. Good answer, follow us. You're like holding my shoulders as if I don't have a choice, so... Oh, I like her tattoos. She's pretty. I like her. Welcome, come in. Let me introduce myself. I'm Kasumi Mifune. I appreciate you coming by to talk. Your thugs didn't give me much of an option. The hell you think you are calling me a thug? We're businessmen, you got that? Oh, I've got it alright, but don't think that dressing in a suit makes you any less of a thug. Say another word, you cop bitch. Enough! You say another word and I'll make you wish you hadn't. Now get out, both of you. Yes, boss. My apologies. The quality of help you can find these days isn't quite up to the standard that it was in my father's time. Wild dogs can be difficult to train, but they'll come around, even if I have to beat it into them. Sit down, relax. Can I get you a drink? She seems like an A-OK mob crime boss person, which is what I'm assuming she is. I would say no thanks, but at risk of offending her, I'm going to ask for a whiskey. And get in a lot of trouble, apparently. How is my, thing doing? Oh, I probably shouldn't have done that. Oh well. Doesn't matter. Someone get her a glass and one for me as well. Why don't we skip the small talk and you tell me why I'm here? I'm getting to that. Seems you're a woman who doesn't like to waste time. Good. Suck would have it, neither am I. Let's get right to it. A short while ago, a couple of men downstairs ran up to tell me you, a cop, had walked past my bar and into one of my nightclubs. Then I hear you've been sniffling around asking about one of my investments. Investments? You mean Omega? Smart girl. Tell me, Ayami Ito, why is it that a cop is going around asking pointed questions like that? More curious still, not just any cop, but a publicly shamed cop on leave. A shamed cop who had a history of... How did they word it? Ah, yes, a history of psychotic episodes. How do you know all that? We all have friends, Detective Ito, and when detectives are wandering around my part of the city, my friends tell me everything I want to know. Honestly, you don't seem at all crazy to me. As to why you're after Omega, let's say you piqued my interest. Sorry, look at us. You said no small talk and here we are off in the bushes somewhere. Let's get back on track, shall we? As you're not acting in any official capacity, it's safe to say that no one knows you're here, correct? No, I suppose they don't. In your position, I might have tried to lie, but I appreciate the honesty. It was a rhetorical question anyway. I know for a fact there's no one coming for you. Funny, you don't strike me as the stupid type, and yet you're willingly entering a den of vipers. If you valued your neck staying on your shoulders, surely you wouldn't do something so reckless. You can skip the threats. If you want to do something to me, you'd have done it already. Plus, you're smart enough to know not to hurt a cop, even one in my position. Good, I like you. Given your prickly demeanour, I doubt you're working with one of my competitors, and you're definitely not here for your police buddies. Okay, I give up. I have to know, what exactly is it you want to know about Omega? I'm looking for this girl. Her name is Reina. I was told she was involved with the agency somehow. I want to know what happened to her. How very noble of you. Figuring that out might be a bit difficult, as I'm afraid Omega is an extremely recent acquisition. To get back farther, you'll have to talk to its president and former owner, a man named Eiichi Higashi. As it so happens, that makes two of us who'd like to have a word with him. Like peas in a pod, us two. Unfortunately, when he handed over the business, he became a bit, how should I put it, forgetful about his outstanding debts to us. And the poor thing is so scared of me that he's ignoring all my calls, probably thinking I'd do something awful to him if I found him. I can't imagine how he'd get that idea, can you? Maybe he'd prefer talking to a police officer instead of talking to me. I'm not some green recruit. I know how this works by now. What's the catch? You'd never tell me where he was and send me on my way for nothing. Of course I wouldn't. You'll have to prove that you can be trusted first. There's someone else I need you to talk with, a bit of a softer target than Higashi. Pretty good deal, right? Everything you're looking for in exchange for one little job. It does seem like a good deal. Just one job, right? No, I'll never work for you! Gotta get those professionalism points back. Oh, don't make this more difficult than it has to be. You'll agree eventually, so why fight it? I know a lot about you. Top of your class and one of the best detectives on the force. You wouldn't let something as pesky as morals get in the way of good information, would you? I've heard about you too, Kasumi Mifune. Or more accurately, I heard a lot about your father. As you should. My father was a good man. It's not surprising you know more about him than me. That'll change soon enough. I won't be a footnote in his story much longer. My father always undervalued the power of information, but I really get to know the people I associate with. You, for instance. Everything you've done paints the picture as someone who's very determined and very desperate to find this girl of yours. Don't let other people tell you otherwise, Detective. I think those traits are a wonderful combination. However, it also means you don't have a whole lot of bargaining power right now. If you don't want to work with me, that's fine. You can go home and quietly overdose on whatever medication they've got you taking instead. Furthermore, I could just refuse your request altogether, but that'd be so boring. We both need something, so let's help each other instead. Do the job I ask, and I'll tell you what I know about little Higashi. As I was saying, like him, there's another business owner in Akihabara who is unfortunately behind on her payments as well. Such a shame too. I really wanted a straightforward relationship with this one. See, I help out with a few things, and in exchange she kicks back a little of her business. Sometimes we send over new contracts to renegotiate the terms of our mutually beneficial relationship. Sadly, she's neglected to sign the newest one. I'm a cop, not some Yakuza debt collector. Do it yourself. Suspended cop. You can't parade your badge around as proof that you're some white knight anymore. Due to the recent transition of power, I can't do it myself just this minute. The dogs at Tokyo Police Headquarters start panting whenever me or any of my men are seen outside of Kabukicho. I'm not asking you to club someone's head in, I'm only asking you to give them a friendly reminder to keep up to date on their paperwork. Easy, right? Here, take it. Do this for me and I'll feel a lot more comfortable giving out information about Omega. Also, I'll remind you with your impending review, it would be unseemly if it got out that you were meeting with Yakuza, wouldn't it? Blackmail, huh? That's such an ugly word. And here I thought we were becoming friends. No, I'm just stating the facts of the situation is all. The business you're going to is a cat cafe in Akihabara. Kazu can give you the address on the way out. Oh no, but I like her! She was nice. Wait, a cat cafe? Or what? A cat cafe? What else would it be? Well, a cat cafe or a cat-made cafe? What? Are we talking cats or people dressed like cats? Because a freaking cat cafe. Actual cats. Adorable, fluffy, precious cats. Why the hell would I invest in some stupid maid cafe? Cats. Normal cats. I love the fact that she's like, why would I invest in a maid cafe? She's like a bloomin' Yakuza investing in a fluffy, precious cat cafe. Damn it, now I'm all worked up. Look, get that goddamn contract signed and we'll talk. So now I have to go harass that lovely person that worked at the cat cafe. Oh well. Guess that's what I've got to do for my information. And thankfully, due to the quick travel thing, it doesn't take us long to get back here. Welcome back. I think Toma remembers you. He must be appreciative of all your help to make him feel better. Although I've had to stop with deliveries of sashimi, even the smell seems to set off his bowels. Another quirk added to an already quirky character. Maybe it's a sign that you were right about the fish. I'm a gangster, like, going into a freaking cat cafe to make them sign a Yakuza check, whatever it is this piece of paper is. This is a really backward situation about how you look at it. Yeah, listen, we need to talk. Okay, sure. Why the serious face? What's wrong? And you just signed this? You owe the Yakuza. How exactly does the owner of the cat cafe get mixed up with the Yakuza? Huh? What do you mean? I met someone recently who gave me a contract with your name on it to sign. I read it and it seems like you owe them quite a bit of money. Why? I've been around this kind of stuff for a long time and I can't figure out how a cat cafe owes that kind of money. Money? Yakuza? Wait, you're working for her? Why? I'm not working for anyone. All I've got is this contract in your name and I want to know why. The truth is, this place isn't all above board. Or it is, but it wasn't always. I didn't borrow money or anything that stupid. When I was setting up this place, I was just trying to stay above water. But the building owner kept coming by to complain, and then these government types and health inspectors came knocking. I never realised how complicated opening up a place like this in Tokyo could be. All those rules and regulations. All I ever wanted was to help out the kitties and make people happy. Then she came by, someone who loved cats as much as I did. She offered to help me smooth things over with everyone. I mean, I saw the tattoos and everything, but I don't think you should judge people because of how they look. I still don't. There was no way I was going to stay open and keep my kitties if I didn't get help fast. So I accepted her offer, and things got better pretty quickly after that. The building owner stopped complaining and all the permits fell into my lap. Maybe you think I was stupid, but most of the cats here would be stray or dead if I didn't get her help. For a while I thought I was saved by a guardian angel. After all, she loved the cats and was kind and friendly to me. It's been quiet too. The business with Tomo's bowels was the first incident I've had in months. About 2 months after accepting her help when I was closing up the shop, some men showed up with a contract like the one you're holding. They said it was for services rendered or something like that. It wasn't much at the time, so I signed it. I owed her a lot after all, and I was doing pretty well. Only they kept coming back, and every time they came back they had a new contract. Every contract wanted more and more money. It's gotten out of hand. I can't keep up anymore. Kasumi won't even see me anymore to talk about it. You didn't really think you'd get a favour from the Yakuza for nothing, did you? I wasn't being greedy, Ito. I thought she was trying to help. Helping the only way she knows how. Oh dear God, what is happening? Please, you have to help me. The amount of money they've asked for is out of hand. I'm doing well for now, but if they got their way, I'd be out of business. You have to tell Kasumi. Please. Tell her that if this place closes down, all these cats, there'll be no place for them to go. The poor kitties. They'd be put down. I can't support them myself. I don't think Animal Services would let me keep them. I couldn't live with myself if that happened. I'm begging you, Ito. Don't do this. Sign now. I can't. All these cats. They need a home too. Damn it, it doesn't matter what I need from her. I can't make you sign this in good conscience. Hooray! I knew good would prevail in the end. Thanks. How'd you get mixed? Oh no. Hello guys. I know she's playing with me, but I also feel bad about the cats. How'd you get mixed up with that woman anyway? I need some information from her. You should be careful. I don't know about her, but her thugs are dangerous. Last time they were here, I heard them talking about having to teach a girl from another cafe a lesson or something. Makes me feel sick thinking about it. What else would you expect from guys like that? Breaking legs is probably all they're capable of outside of grunting and drinking. Call me naive, but I don't get how someone could be so two-faced. When I started seeing her face in the papers lately, I couldn't believe it. Surely that ruthless woman they were talking about couldn't be the Kasumi I knew, or so I thought. Guess it's like you said, a tiger can't change its stripes, right? Maybe so. At any rate, you should probably be more careful who you trust in the future. Sorry, I didn't mean to wrap you up in all this, but thank you for not making me sign. So what's your plan? I'm not sure if I really have one. Maybe I can appeal to her kinder self. If she really is a cat lover, I'm sure she wouldn't want to see the little guys hurt, right? Oh no, I've really gone and got myself into trouble, haven't I? Maybe I should go instead. The contract was given to me, so I'd better deal with it myself. Plus, I get the impression that being confined by the cops hasn't put her in a great mood. I'm sure you don't agree, but I still think there's something good in her. Sometimes I can't help but wonder if she'd be doing all these things if she didn't grow up into that life. And all the kitties loved her when they played with her. Cats are such good judges of character. I somehow don't think her treatment of animals correlates too much with her treatment of people. Suddenly started to feel a little queasy thinking about going back there without the contract. Damn it, Ayami, you've really gotten yourself into one this time, haven't you? No point dwelling on it now. I've made my mind up and I can't run Yakuza debt collections just because I'm in a tight spot. Take care. Don't worry, my kitties are never wrong in judging someone's character. Yeah, sure. I'll think of something, but I need you to lay low and maybe close up shop for a while until I sort something out. Well, it didn't quite go how I expected it to go. Anyway guys, I know it's a bit short, but I'm going to end this stream now. I haven't been feeling like 100% today, and it's super hot, like wearing this headset and sitting in front of this computer. So I'm going to give it a rest for now, but obviously we'll pick up on Tokyo Duck again in the future. The next stream will probably be a Lobotomy Corporation one though, so if you guys want to go check that out, follow me on Twitter at disarray0420 to find out when I will be streaming next. And until then, goodbye!